Welcome to Study Loop.
Is like a diamond or a rhombus. So solutions that make this true would be like 1, 0, the absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of 0 equals 1, or zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.5, or zero point 0.5 and negative zero point 0.5, the absolute value of zero point 0.5 and the absolute plus the absolute value of negative zero point 0.5 equals 1. So everything that's on this graph would be making this equation true. It is not a function because it fails the vertical line test. It's not a function if for, let's say, an input of 0, we have two possible outputs, 1 and negative 1. It fails the vertical line test. It is not a function. The second one is the absolute value of x plus y equals 1. And here we have a pair of parallel lines. If we try to understand why we have the solutions that we have, let's take the input of 1. Well, if x is 1, y could be 0, or y could be negative 2, because 1 plus negative 2 is negative 1, and the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. And so we're always going to have two possible answers here for x plus y equals 1, and it's going to create a set of parallel lines with a slope of negative 1. One through a y-intercept of 1, and one through a y-intercept of negative 1. Also not a function, because for every input, like 1, there are two possible outputs that make the equation true, and so it fails the vertical line test. For every input, there is not exactly one output, which is what the definition of a function is. For every input, there is exactly one output, and for each of these cases, for a given input, there are two possible outputs.